haven't made many videos lately. I've just been very busy. Personal life. You know, my son's not, you know, he has cancer and he's been going through treatment, so I'm kind of preoccupied. But over the last, I had a service call back in, I don't know, probably late November, early December. And actually it was in a grow house. And this is concerning like MrCool stuff. Pertaining to their warranty and their customer service. My experience. So the original call was no cooling. The guy's got to keep his weed cold. You know, it's that time of the season where he's trimming or whatever he's doing. I don't know how it works. All I know is I can fix the equipment, at least I think. But he's got this MrCool. It's an actual air handler, and it was a 5-ton air handler, and he had a 5-ton inverter condenser. Looked like a mini split condenser, but 5 tons. He had it installed. Somebody new installed it. They did a good job, really good job installing it. Got good filtration on it. It looked like a professional install. It was done well. So he called us out because no one else wants to work on these things. So he called us out. I went out there. I'm like, I'll work on it. I don't really care who installed it. You know, what manufacturer it is. I don't care. So go out there. Man, it was flashing a code P6. Run through the manual. It says call tech support. So they don't really have a tech support line. Because I'm not involved with MrCool, but I think if you are involved with them, you can sign up to be a contractor or whatever, or a service provider. I think you'll get a dedicated tech line. But since it was a customer install, and I'm not a service provider, so we had to go through customer service. That was a feat, trying to do that. And I felt bad for the guy because basically he had already tried calling customer service and so on. Didn't really get anywhere. And then I think it took a few days for customer service to call me back. So customer service had called me back and said, hey, we're going to set up a time where you can talk to a technician. Okay. Set up the time, which was a few days later, because that's how my schedule worked out. It was during the holidays. I think it was like right around middle. It had to have been like right around Christmas or something. I had some time off, but I went back on a Tuesday, I think. It was late December then, or maybe it was November. I can't remember. Well, one of the holidays. So I had talked to the technician on the phone when I was there. Went through some troubleshooting on the control board, and they're like, this P6 code, well, it could be the compressor or it could be the inverter board. That's what she said. Ohmed out the compressor ohmed out good. It's a 3-phase compressor, basically inverter compressor. Everything ohmed out good on the compressor, and then she determined, okay, it's the inverter board. So then what happened is the customer, she had contacted the customer. I was on an email chain throughout this whole thing, you know, email back and forth. So she had contacted the customer, left some notes in there, contacted the customer, going to send an inverter board out. All of a sudden, I get another email to the customer. and the customer has to pay shipping for the part. Okay, he was kind of irritated with that since the thing has only been installed for like 6 months. He's got to pay shipping. Not a big deal. He pays shipping. He gets the part. I told him, I go, if you get the part, call me back or come back and put it in for you if you want me to. So he texts me back. He's like, no, I got the board in. It's not a problem, you know, because I told him, I go, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it, you know, whatever. Just give me a call and I'll take care of it for you. Then I get, you know, like I said, I get the text back. He's like, oh, I got the board in and the unit's running. Great. Text back, great. You know, call me if you need me for anything. So then 2 days later, I see another email. Like, what's going on? So I'm still on the email chain. He says the darn thing's not working again. I don't know what transpired in between the emails and phone calls and so on, but they, through, I think it was like 4 different emails I saw, they had determined they're going to replace the condenser under warranty. Because when I was talking to the customer or the service tech, she's like, if it's a compressor, we just send you a whole unit. So basically, you know, because I'm telling her, well, man, I hope it's not this compressor because I don't feel like, you know, getting this thing in and out of there. So I'm like, you know, mini split compressors are a pain in the butt. So she's like, no, we don't deal with that. If it's a compressor, we just send you a whole new unit. So here it is, 4 emails later. I don't know how many phone calls to the customer. Believe it or not, they're sending them a whole 5-ton condenser for warranty, which I thought was pretty decent, because I know damn well if that was a Carrier, Lennox, Train, anything, they would have just said, hey, we'll send you the compressor and you can put it in on your own dime, or whatever, you know, because they ain't paying labor. Of course, MrCool's not paying labor neither, since it's do-it-yourself. So I don't know what he's going to do on that part. I told him, I go, if you need me, call me. But I thought that was pretty stand up for a company to, you know, hey, we tried this, if it's not that, and it's a compressor, we're going to send you a whole unit. I thought that was pretty stand up for MrCool. Don't have too much experience with them. This is the only, I mean, I've had experience with repairing them, but on the customer service side or the warranty side, I haven't had that experience. I don't have, this is the first experience I've had with them, and I think it's pretty stand up, you know. I mean, that's pretty awesome, you know, the warranty on it. But this is my experience, not yours. I don't know. Not sure. Just my experience. But on the other side of it, yeah, that thing was pretty cool. Pretty well built. Nice piece of equipment. I don't know. Maybe I should become a service provider and start working on stuff, because it seems like pretty decent. I mean, it looks like decent stuff. I don't know about the reliability of it. Really haven't had that experience with them yet, you know, how long they last, and it's going to depend on the install too. So that's all this video was, you know, just telling you my experience about MrCool, you know. But the units seem to be pretty decent. From what I can tell, the air handler is built well. Instructions really aren't the best. The air handler had an option for, you know, strip heat. You know, you buy one air handler, it's a 4 or 5 ton. Flip some ditch switches for your blower motor. Not bad. Well, nice cabinet on the condenser. seemed like a pretty solid unit. But that's my experience, not yours. And like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.